Right, well, let's talk boxing, and we're going to talk to Dr. Azwitamisi Nthangeni of Boxing South Africa about the rise of women in boxing. BSA is promoting a series throughout the month of August, Women's Month, to offer support to female fighters in and out of the ring. Doctor, welcome to The Full View. Thanks for being with us. A regular occurrence in boxing. It's nothing that raises eyebrows anymore. All the bills have female fighters on them. Are they getting the support they need? Are they being taken into account by the promoters?
Thank you so much for having me in your show on Full View tonight. Indeed, as the boxing board of, in the country, we took this decision that we need to ensure that as we commemorate the Women's Month, we need to ensure that we come up with this initiative called the Rise of Women in Boxing series, which indeed its aim is to empower women in the sport of boxing. As you rightfully said, that we have to do this inside and outside of the ring. And also what we had also implemented was that all these series that we'll have in 9 provinces, we will be hosted by female promoters. Therefore, they don't have an option because this is a funded project by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, that in all provinces, they have contributed a base amount to ensure that all the bills that we'll have will ensure that all the bouts are all females. And that's what we'll be doing here tonight in Durban, where we are launching our first series to ensure that we start on a right note. And I believe that by the time we conclude, we'll see that the women in boxing has indeed been advanced. Tonight we are here at Olive Convention Center in Durban, and we already started at 9 o'clock, at 6 o'clock.
I mean, following in the footsteps of Banyana, of the Proteas, women's hockey, cricket, netball, the women boxers are here. They've arrived. They were on the international stage. We've got a fighter going to New Zealand to fight for an IBF title. Smash Hadebe is going to fight next week against a Mexican opponent for a WBC belt. It's an international arena that our women fighters are stepping into. Have we taken care of the regional level yet? Is this the series that's going to address that? Make sure that the fighters that are following are going to get taken care of?
Part of the objective of this initiative was to ensure that we sign an MOU with SANABO, which you will know that SANABO is a bedrock of boxing development in the country. Therefore, we had to ensure that through this MOU with SANABO, we must at least have 2 amateur bouts involving females in most of the tournaments that we'll be having across the country. Therefore, that will also assist us in ensuring that indeed our female boxers, they are able to go in the international arena. You will remember that recently at the Commonwealth Games, Pue Kutle had to bring home a bronze medal, something which has not happened for decades in this country. Therefore, I believe that the launch of the Rise of Women in Boxing series will indeed be a stepping stone to ensure that the female boxers also get an opportunity to go international. And I believe that the partnership with SANABO will also assist us in terms of galvanizing the support for female boxers in the country and ensure that we're able to retain and elevate the participation in the sport of boxing.
The Women in Boxing series, one of the facets is about mentorship. Now, when I've spoken to a few boxing managers, they do speak of that, how important it is to impress on their fighters, to manage your finances, to manage your careers, to look at the bigger picture. Talk to us a bit about the mentorship programs that you're going to introduce that the fighters will have access to, and I assume through their career will be able to phone somebody or get the help they need when they need it.
Indeed, we felt that this cannot just be an empowerment in the ring. It also have to be empowerment outside of the ring. Hence, it was quite important for us that we also need to design a workshop which will include the financial management and also wealth creation, because we all know that the sport of boxing, there are people who have become millionaires by just being a boxer. Therefore, we want to ensure that as we are elevating women in sport, we also galvanize the support to ensure that they are empowered so that they can also make a living out of the sport. We also have to ensure that the aspect of marketing and brand awareness for the boxers is also looked at, because we also want to make sure that the corporate South Africa is able to invest in female boxers, and for corporate South Africa to come in and sponsor them, they also need to look at their brand very carefully. Therefore, it's something that we feel that we should be able to empower them in that aspect. And the area that you've also mentioned, we do have promoters who have done well in the sport of boxing, whereby they should be able to also inculcate their knowledge into these young boxers so that they can become a fully fledged boxers with everything that the male counterpart seems to enjoy.
Dr. Azwitamisi Nthangeni of Boxing South Africa, thank you very much. An exciting initiative. We've got a lot of fighters that we're following at the moment, and it's pleasing to know that the fighters following in their footsteps are going to get some help, the kind of mentorship they need. Thank you very much for being with us.